We're at the Cove today in Central Oregon. And I don't know, I've never been there, but it reminds me of the Grand Canyon. Well, I wanted to share with you in the extras this week, I wanted to share with you about kind of an embarrassing moment. I've actually done a lot of embarrassing things in my life. And when I was 18 years old, this one links in with the episode we just finished, episode 53, Why Was the Gospel of John Written? If you haven't checked it out, listen to that. It's very important. So, 18 years old, I just got saved. And let me tell you, I gotta tell you this secret. At 18 years old, I was the smartest person alive on the entire planet. Or at least I thought so. And so I decided, just got saved, on fire for the Word of God, for Jesus Christ. And I was like, what book of the Bible should I start with? See, I had read parts of the Bible in my time, but I hadn't really sat down and read. I read a verse here or there, something like that. But I decided this is so important. The first verse of the Bible, or first book of the Bible, the whole book, the first one I read is going to be so important, so epic. I needed to ask the smartest person I knew what book I should read. So, I naturally said, self, what book should I read? Because I was the smartest person, you know. And so, I started with, some theologians say that the book of Job might have actually been penned before any other book of the Bible. So I decided, you know what? Most of those people, they start with Genesis or they start with Matthew. But I was so much smarter, I was going to start with the book of Job. Now, if you're not very familiar with Job, Job is from the Old Testament. And it starts off with 2 chapters that give some background. It gives this picture into the heavenlies that is amazing, where Satan himself actually has to go before the throne of God to ask permission. And he goes and asks permission to God. That's the first 2 chapters. Then it's followed by 36 chapters or so of mostly bad advice from friends. I didn't understand that just getting saved. I thought this was like the Gospel of Job or something. And so I was the most mixed up Christian you could ever meet. I was coming home every day saying, oh, this advice, this is like amazing. And so I was coming home with all this stuff. And the cool thing is, well, at the end of the book, it ends with 5 chapters where God shows up. And he puts just about everybody in their place, letting them know who he is. Well, I still didn't understand what was going on. But this is when I actually did show my first bit of wisdom, where I went to my pastor and I said, hey, Pastor John, what book of the Bible should I read next? And he laughed at me and he said, you should really read the Gospel of John next. And I thought, okay, awesome. What page is it on? And so I went straight to the Gospel of John, started reading it. I was just devouring the Word. So here's the thing. I want to encourage every one of you, no matter where you're at, start reading the Bible and just read the whole thing straight through. Whatever it is that you want to start with, start there, but keep on going. And God is going to tell you the things he wants to. So I want to encourage you, check out on Mondays right now, we're posting every week these Devo Bites where we're going through the Gospel of John in small 2 to 5 minute verse by verse sections. I want to encourage you, dig in to the Bible, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you.